Hello, my friends, fellow music maniacs. A fellow music collector and vinyl junkie did a video on John Lennon's Double Fantasy and said that it's been 30 years since John Lennon got shot. 30 years. God, can't be that long? Does he have that right? Wow. 30 years. Now, I remember that night. I was in bed. I think I was in high school. I was like a junior or senior. And I had a bad cold at the time. I might have even had the flu. And so my brother's knocking on my door. Trish, wake up. John, turn on the radio. John Lennon got shot. I said, what? He goes, John Lennon got shot. So I turned on 95.5 WPLJ at the time. They played, I turned it on, and the DJ, whoever was on, was crying. And they're talking about John Lennon being shot, and then he said that he died. I'm like, what? No, and they're talking about the details. And I remember the first song they played was In My Life. Sometimes I hear that song, I'm like, oh my God. I relive it, I was like, oh, John. But, it was like crazy, You don't believe, you're in shock when you hear that. It's kind of like 9/11 was a total shock, and not that that's on the same level, but stuff like that's like, what? John, and for days I was like, I remember the next day I woke up crying. Like, I can't believe that. And I was like so sad, so angry. I'm like, who could be so damn sick as to do that? John Lennon did not deserve that. He didn't. He was a peace-loving guy who did set out to hurt anyone. And someone said, oh, but he was a drug addict. I said, that's not. By that time, he's just getting his life together, figuring out, okay, I got, he cleaned himself up. He got off whatever stuff he was on. Sean was about 5 years old. And it was like he was, overall that wildness he went through in the 60s, the cheating, the drugs, that, just a wild party, whatever. And he started to get his life together and said, okay, this is what I gotta do. He started to, find himself, And they get shot. Crazy. And Derek Vaughn was talking about something when my eyes started to get misty. Maybe don't do that. Nope. Anyway, Derek Vaughn was talking about Whitney Houston and how he thinks she died and stuff, and I agree with him, and that's sad. And I understand the families wanting to keep things private and stuff. However, I think, those who couldn't make it to the service, they should have said, in Whitney's memory, make a donation to one of her favorite causes. Because without your listening audience, where are you? DJs, musicians, sports figures. You can't shut out your fans like that. Without the fans, you're nothing. You're just another, Joe, It's the fans that make you who you are, not personally, but, bring you to, famous. The fans made the Beatles famous, Elvis famous, Cousin Brucey famous, Wolfman Jack famous. It's your listening audience that, raises a bar and brings you fame and recognition and all that stuff. You never diss the fans. And I think, they had the, the gold hearse and limousines and, a silver casket and all that. I don't know, I think they just could have done more for, the people who went there and they really, really wanted to see her. But it seems like they shut a lot of fans out, and I don't know, just wasn't right. But, and, they obviously weren't short on funds, Sure, they could have added a few more police and stuff, or security, but, I don't know, I mean, even Michael Jackson, he had a big, people, the fans had more access, and, to, his service. And I understand, Whitney's family may have viewed it differently. And another thing, I'm shocked that they asked Bobby Brown to leave. That it's a Baptist church, and let me check the time here. Okay. They could have opened his heart up to, the Lord. They could have given him ministered to him, and maybe he'd, change his life around before it was too late for him, And, I don't know, I just think a lot of good opportunities were missed to, witness to people, it's a Baptist church and all that. Pardon my voice, I should be in bed. But I think there was a lot of, they could have reached out and ministered to people and brought them to the Lord, I don't know, it's just me. But, I just hope someone does set up some kind of fund where, people could send, donations to Whitney's favorite causes, and, the feds could, make a tribute that way, that's, So there's my 2 cents, okay? Time to go to bed. It's an early, long day tomorrow. And tomorrow night, I got DJ gigs, so it's game on, Game on. Good night, everybody.